Hey everybody, what's going on? I hope you're having a great day and had a great week. It's Friday, the day is half over, and so the weekend is almost upon us. And I don't know about you, but I cannot wait. Even though I've got a laundry list of stuff I got to take care of at the house, I would still much rather be there than at work. Having time with my family, just enjoying my weekend. So that being said, I just wanted to get on here. I haven't put out a video for a while, been about a week, so I figured I should probably do one, and I just kind of wanted to show you what I've been working on. I've actually kind of previewed this in a video I put out a couple weeks ago, and this is just my install script for my system, and it's just kind of become kind of a beast. It's growing and growing, and it was just going to be a quick install for Herbslift, which is what it is right now. But I am just going to grow it and kind of include any of my setups on there. You know, I've got Herbslift, I've got Xmonad, I've got DWM, I've got i3, I've got Barry, so I've got Hyper. So I think I'm just going to make this script that if you like any of my setups, any of my programs, or any of my desktop managers, gosh, yeah, it's definitely Friday. My brain's toast. Any of my window manager setups, you can just get this script. Once I'm done with it, you can pull it off of my GitHub or Gitlab and then run this script on your system and install any of my setups that you'd like. That doesn't mean that anybody likes any of my setups, but you know, it's just an option out there, just a reason for me to just have a go at some bash again, you know, just another reason for me to practice my scripting. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So we're going to launch a terminal here. Let's clear the screen. Let's zoom in, and we're going to cd into scripts, and then we are going to vim into my setup script.sh. And I kind of briefly went over this real quick, and I didn't really actually go over it, but I kind of walked through a little bit of what I was going to do with it in a previous video. But before I did my box video, you know, this is my video I did on my box function. Well, this is the function right there in my script. So let me just touch on everything real quick here. Basically, I'm going to have a list here, or array here, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know the proper term for it. I'm sure someone will correct me, and please do, so I can get familiar with all the different terms. But I'm just going to list out all my different window managers in here. I've got 4 of them in there right now. And then I've got my function right here, which is that box function. So basically it's going to do the title and then put a box around it. And then this -E with the codes here, that's color codes. So the coloring of the text will be different than the box. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to be printing out the box in white, and then my text is going to be, well, this is the color code for red, but it's going to be purple because my color scheme, the red color is set to a purple because I don't have any red. So then what it's going to do is it's going to check to make sure you've got wget installed, because you're going to need to have wget to be able to run this script. I believe most systems have it. I'm not positive on that though. If you don't, you know, you can just install it, but it'll check for it. And if you're on void, which I'm going to extend this as well to include probably Arch related or Arch distros and Debian as well. So that way you won't have to do anything outside of run this script, and it should take care of everything for you. But basically it's going to check to see if you've got wget installed. If you don't, it'll install it. If you do, it's going to break from this loop and continue on in the script. So that's what this is right here. While true, do, and then if command-v wget to deb null, then it'll break. That means if it's got that command, if it runs that and sees that, it'll break from the loop. Otherwise, it's going to install it. And then next is it's just going to print that box function, and it's going to give you a warning. It says do not run as root, because we are going to be doing stuff in the home directory. So if you run this as the sudo user, or as root, as sudo super user, again, I'm sorry, my brain's fried this week. It's been a hell of a week. You're going to be asked for your password when it's needed, because we don't want to mess around in root's home folder. We want to mess around in the user's home folder. So So it will ask for your password when it's needed. So then it's going to wait 2 seconds so you can read that, and it'll clear, and then it's going to actually update your system for you first. So it's going to run an update on your system. Right now, it's just void, so it's sudo xbps-install syu. That Y flag isn't like the flag in Pacman though. It's not for syncing the repos or whatever. The Y flag right here, the S is for updating your repos. The U is for updating your system, I believe. I got to go back on this again. But the Y is to automatically say yes to to stuff. It's not the same as the Y in Pacman. So it'll run the update, and then it'll clear, it'll sleep for a second, and it's going to look for this packages.txt file. Now this will be bundled together with the script on my GitHub or my Gitlab when I'm done. But basically this is the packages that you're going to need to be able to run all the functions on my system. So I will have that generated as well. So it's going to check for that file, and it's going to and then it's going to install. If it sees that file, it's going to install everything in that file. So it'll take that packages.txt file, and it'll append the entries in it to your package manager, and then it will install everything needed. If it doesn't see that, then it's going to stop right there, and it's going to tell you to please verify that the packages.txt is downloaded and in the directory with the script. And then it's going to tell you to try again, and then it is going to exit from the script, and it will stop. So basically, it is going to check for that file. If you do not have this file, it will not continue the install. Because if you want certain things to run, like my system, you'll have to have certain things installed. And don't worry, if you already have that stuff installed and it pulls that file, it's just going to ask you if you want to reinstall it or whatever. But that file is going to need to be present. So once we do that, it's going to... it's going to clear, and then it is going to again use my box function, and it's going to say creating the necessary files, and then it's going to check for the directory of home, user, whoever you are, and then .config. If it finds that directory, it's going to move on to the next step, which if you have a system up and going, it absolutely should have that directory. But if it doesn't for some reason, it is going to run that box function again and let you know it's making the directory, and then it's going to make directory home user.config. Then once it has made that directory, what it's going to do is it's going to ask you, again using that box function, I'm putting that box function to good use in this script. So basically it's going to ask you and have a nice declaration saying which window manager would you like to install, and then it's going to give you a list, which is going to be this array up here, this list of window managers. And like I said, there's only 4 on there now, but I've decided I'm going to put every single one of them that I do on there, except for possibly DWM. DWM has a little bit more to it. I might just do a different one altogether for that, but I don't know. We'll see. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to ask you which manager you would like to install. And then we've just got a select statement here that says if you choose for case in DWM, select WM in WMs, which is my list up there. So if you choose Herbstluft, and it's going to check for directory home user.config Herbstluft. If it finds it, it's going to print out that box function again. I told you I'm wearing this box function out on this script. I really like it. I like the way it looks. It's just kind of makes things look a little prettier, but it's going to run that box function around the statement that it's already installed. So if it doesn't find it, then it is going to install, say box again. It's going to run that box function again, and it's going to install Herbstluft. And first what it's going to do, oops, I've got a typo right there. First what it's going to do is it's going to run sudo xbps-install or whatever. I'm going to go through this again. Whatever package manager you use, whether it's Arch or Debian or whatever, it's going to run that, and it's going to install Herbstluft, and it's going to install Polybar. Now I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these up. I'm going to put Polybar on its own. Again, this script is going to end up being very large, but I'm going to break everything up. So it's going to do each step individually. So it'll install the whatever window manager you want. Or first it'll install the packages, and then it'll install whatever window manager you want. Then it's going to install the bar you need, and so it's going to actually be broken up a little more than it already is. This is turning into, like I said, turning into kind of a beast. But it's going to install Herbstlift, then it's going to clear, and it's going to create a directory. And it's going to make directory home/user/.config Herbstlift. And then it's going to cd into that home/user/.config/Herbstlift. Then it's going to run that box function again. And it's going to tell you it's getting the config file for Herbstlift. And so then it's going to sleep and clear, get rid of that box, and then that's where we need wget. Wget's going to come in, and it's going to run wget, and it's going to pull up my Gitlab account, and it's going to find the window manager's repo, and it's going to go to the raw file, and it is going to pull that raw file, and let's go to the end of that there. Oops, I'm still in insert mode, Jake. Gosh dang. Let's write that real quick, and now let's go to the end. So again, I apologize. My brain is dead this week. It's been one heck of a week, but it's going to pull that raw file, and it's going to chmod +x, and then it's going to do that on the auto start file. And why do I have that in there twice? I don't need. So it's going to pull that wget, and then it's going to chmod +x auto start. So I don't think I need that in there. I'll touch that up when I'm done. That's kind of redundant. But then it is also going to wget, and it's going to pull my GitLab and the window manager's repo again, and it's going to find the .config Herbstlift, and it's going to find the panel.sh. Now the panel.sh you don't necessarily need, because I changed my Herbstlift config to where it just flat out calls Polybar in the auto start section of it. But if you want to call panel.sh and run the script like it's recommended, then it will pull this for you, and you'll at least have it in case you want to use it, and it will be all set up. So then down here I have it set up to where if it is going to check for your Polybar directory, and if it does find it, it'll tell you it looks like you've already got Polybar installed. Please make sure Herbstlift is calling the correct Polybar config. So if you already have Polybar configured, you want to verify that your Herbstlift configuration file is matching the name you have your Polybar set to in your Polybar config. And this is just giving you a warning to let you know, hey, it's already installed. I don't need to install anything, but go ahead and make sure that those match. Otherwise, it is going to make a directory user_home.config Polybar, and it is going to do that wget, it's going to cd into home /user /config Polybar, and then it is going to wget into that Polybar config and pull it down, and then it's going to make it executable. And then we're going to exit, and then it's going to be done. So that's what I've got right now. Again, I got some touching up to do on some stuff. I noticed a few things when I was going through there. But yeah, just kind of what's going on, what I've been working on. And yeah, so again, I'm not anything more than a beginner at this. So please, if you see anything that I might have missed that I've done wrong or that could be done better, shoot me a message. Let me know. Send me an email, shoot me a message in the comments, whatever. I'm always open to learning. If there's better ways that this can be done, great. I'll gladly look into that. This is just kind of, getting my feet wet on stuff. I'm just trying to write what I can, when I can, and I've said it before, the longer I spend time in Bash, the more I just love it. It is just such an awesome and amazing tool. So yeah, that's kind of the install script I'm working on. I hope you guys like it, and maybe you guys can get some use out of it. Like I said, it's turning into kind of a beast. You should be able to install any one of my setups if you like them. But even if you don't like my setup and you just want to get started using window managers, it's just a great way to be able to download a working config file. actually get it up and going and make changes to it and see what happens. That's kind of the way I got into doing window managers. Is I just found one that worked, I installed it, and then I tweaked it from there. And it helped me kind of gain an understanding of how they work and what they do and what the configuration file does and the syntax and all that. So it's just a good way to do that. So even if you're new to the Linux and new to using window managers and you don't necessarily want my specific configuration, it's just an easy way to get something up on your system running, and then from there you can tweak to your heart's desire. So that being said, I just wanted to touch on one other thing. This past weekend, I did put out on my community post, but I wanted to say this verbally to all of you guys that watch my channel. I reached my first 1,000 subscribers. I say first, it might be my only 1,000, and that is completely fine with me. I am just completely blown away by the fact that I hit that mark. So I just want to say thank you very much. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you watching. I hope you like my channel. I mean, I'm assuming you do if you subscribe. So I hope you like it. And again, I try to respond to and comment on every comment that comes in. I try to address every request that comes in. If I don't address yours at the moment, my channel is still small enough where I see them all. I literally see them all that YouTube lets me see. So if I haven't responded to you or commented to you, it's not because I don't want to or I'm ignoring the comment. It's because YouTube decided that I didn't need to see that comment. So that being said, I also want you to know that once my channel starts growing bigger, if it starts getting bigger and I start getting more and more people, I'm still going to try to do this. I still want to be able to respond to all of you guys. You guys are the whole reason that this channel is going the way it's going. And so why would I want to change that? I mean, without you guys, then there's no point in me having a channel. So you guys are kind of the heart and soul of this. So I want to continue to interact with you guys, and I want to continue to respond to things. And I'm going to do that as long as I can, as long as it's humanly possible for me. But if it gets to the point where I'm getting thousands of comments and stuff, please don't take it personally if I don't respond to you when it gets to that point. But for right now, I want you to know I see your comments as long as YouTube lets me, and I will take the time to respond. And I will take the time to look into any recommendations or requests you guys give me. So that being said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please be safe. Just enjoy your time with your friends or your family or whatever you got going on. Just relax. It's Easter. Praise God. He is risen. So you guys just have a great weekend. And God bless.